You wake up. Congratulations. You have just been born in ancient Egypt. Your first thoughts are probably something like, where am I? Why is it so hot? Why is everyone wearing bedsheets? And why is that bird-headed statue judging me already? Welcome to Egypt, baby. You have no phone, no internet, no air conditioning, and your entire future depends on one river deciding not to be weird this year. That river is the Nile. And in ancient Egypt, the Nile is basically everything. Food, Nile. Water, Nile. Travel, Nile. Crocodiles suddenly deleting your leg. Also Nile. Your parents are farmers, which means your family is not rich. Actually, rich is not even on the menu. Your life options are farmer, tired farmer, farmer with back pain, or mysterious skeleton found by archaeologists 3,000 years later. So, good luck. As a baby, your main job is simple. Drink milk, cry, sleep, cry again, but louder. Your dad looks at you and says, "Ah yes, my son, one day you will work the fields." "Bro, I was born 12 minutes ago. Can I at least unlock walking first?" But childhood in ancient Egypt does not come with a tutorial. There is no loading screen. There is no easy mode. By the time you are old enough to walk without falling like a drunk flamingo, you're already helping your family. You carry water. You scare birds away from the crops. You help with animals. And sometimes you just stand in the sun, wondering why the sun god Ra has personal beef with your forehead. Every year, everyone waits for the Nile to flood. Now, normally, when your backyard becomes a swimming pool, that is bad. In Egypt, that is rent-free fertilizer delivery. The flood brings rich black mud. That mud helps crops grow. No flood. Bad harvest. Too much flood? Your house becomes soup. Perfect flood. Everyone celebrates like the river just dropped a legendary loot box. Your father points at the water and says, "This is why Egypt survives." You nod like you understand. You do not understand. You are 9. You are thinking about bread. When the water goes down, the real work begins. You and your family step into the muddy fields. You plant grain. You pull weeds. You carry baskets. You sweat so much your body becomes a walking salt deposit. And then, after months of work, you finally harvest the crops. Amazing. You grew food. You are basically a legend. Except now the tax collector arrives. Of course he does. A scribe walks up with a papyrus scroll and the confidence of a man who has never lifted a basket in his life. He says, "Great harvest. The Pharaoh will take his share." Your dad says, "How much?" The scribe says, "Yes." And just like that, half your food is gone. You ask, "Why does the Pharaoh need our grain?" Your dad whispers, "Because he is a god king." You look at the palace in the distance, then at your empty basket, then back at your dad. "So the god king is stealing our bread?" Your dad covers your mouth. "Congratulations, you have discovered politics." Never say that again. One day, you visit the marketplace. There are baskets of grain, jars of beer, onions, fish, linen, sandals, tools, jewelry, and one guy trying to sell a goat that clearly hates everyone. Money is not really your thing yet, so people trade. You offer grain, someone offers sandals. You offer onions, someone offers a knife. You offer 3 fish and a sad look. Someone offers 1 small clay cup and emotional damage. At one stall, you see something beautiful, a tiny carved amulet. The seller says, "This protects you from evil spirits." You say, "Does it protect me from taxes?" He says, "No." You say, "Then it is useless." You buy it anyway because it looks cool. As you grow older, you become a proper farmer. Your daily routine is simple. Wake up before sunrise, work, sweat, work more, eat bread, drink beer, work again. Wonder if the afterlife has better working conditions. Sleep, repeat until history happens. Then one day, officials arrive. They are looking for workers, not soldiers, not heroes, workers. A giant construction project needs manpower. Maybe a temple, maybe a tomb, maybe some huge stone building that screams, "I am rich and scared of being forgotten." You try to hide behind a donkey. The donkey betrays you immediately. The official points at you. "You, come with us." You say, "I have crops." He says, "Now you have rocks." And that is how you become part of the most ancient group project ever. You arrive at the worksite and see hundreds of men dragging stone blocks, carrying ropes, mixing mud, carving walls, and trying not to pass out in the heat. You ask another worker, "So when do we get a break?" He laughs for 8 seconds. Then he starts coughing. That was the break. The overseer shouts, "Move faster!" A worker whispers, "One day people will think aliens built this." You look around at thousands of sweaty humans doing all the work. You say, "Honestly, let them think that. I am too tired to explain." The work is brutal, but it is not just chaos. Egyptians are organized. There are teams, rations, tools, engineers, scribes, plans, measurements. Basically, ancient Egypt looked at the desert and said, "What if we built something impossible right here?" And then somehow did it. After weeks of work, your hands are covered in blisters. Your back hurts, your feet hurt. Your soul has left your body twice and came back only because lunch was bread. Then finally, you return home. Your family is happy to see you. Your goat is not. The goat remembers everything. Life goes back to normal until one peaceful morning you go to the river to collect water. The Nile is calm, beautiful, golden sunlight on the surface, birds flying overhead. A perfect moment. Then you see two eyes above the water. Crocodile. You freeze. The crocodile freezes. You both stare at each other like two NPCs whose scripts broke. You slowly step back. The crocodile slowly moves forward. You say, "Nice crocodile." The crocodile says nothing, because it is a crocodile. But spiritually it says, "Come closer, snack." You run. You drop the water jar. You lose one sandal. You survive. Your dad asks, "Where is the water?" You say, "The water has teeth." He nods. Fair answer. Years pass. You get married. You have a small home. You have children. And now you are the dad telling them, "One day you will work the fields." Your child says, "Bro, I am 6. And suddenly you understand your father. This is how tradition works. One day, sickness comes to the village. Maybe bad water. Maybe infection. Maybe your body simply says, "I am done with this DLC." You start feeling weak. A doctor arrives. Ancient Egyptian doctors actually know some useful things. They use herbs, bandages, honey, oil, prayers, and sometimes medical advice that sounds like it came from a cursed cooking recipe. The doctor looks at you and says, "We will treat you with medicine and a spell." You say, "Which one works?" He says, "Let us not ask dangerous questions." For a while, you improve. Then you get worse. Your family gathers around you. Your children cry. Your wife holds your hand. Your goat watches from the corner, still angry. And then you die. Not very epic. No final boss. No dramatic music. Just ancient Egypt doing ancient Egypt things. Subscribe before Anubis checks your browser history. See you in the next life.